This video. Today we'll be talking about ingredients 101. I've titled it ingredient 101 because it will be in sections. Okay, I can't do all the ingredients in one video because one, the video will be too long, and two, I won't be able to elaborate more on it, on each ingredients. So in order for me to be able to elaborate more and for the videos to be more informative, I've decided to split them in sections. So today we'll be talking about preservative. Okay, so preservative is very important. It's a crucial ingredient of our formulation, part of our formulation. Without it, our product can easily go bad in weeks because we use water. Anything that contains water requires preservative. But anything that is 100% oil doesn't need preservative. But anything that you put water in requires preservative. So that's why preservative is very important in our formulation. So when you are choosing your preservative, you need to consider some things. So those are the things we'll be talking about today. Number one, the name of the preservative. Okay, that one is obvious. Every product has name. And then number two, we need to consider the activity of this preservative. When we talk about activity of preservative, we want to talk about, is it broad spectrum? Is it battery static? Is it battery static? Is it broad spectrum? Is it bactericidal? Is it fungicidal or fungistatic action? Sorry, I'm looking into my notes that I've made for the video. So you need to consider these actions. Our advice, most of the time, go for broad spectrum. Okay, but sometimes you'll be forced to choose battery static or fungistatic or fungicidal or bactericidal in cases whereby your pH of your broad spectrum is limited. It doesn't cover the pH of your products, so you need to go for those type of preservative. And when you are choosing the preservative that are not broad spectrum, you can't use only one type, because for example, if you choose battery static only, that is, the effect of fungistatic or fungicidal is not covered in your formulation. You need to choose at least two or more. Okay, you can choose maybe 3 types that is performing 3 functions. In that way, you'll be able to cover shelf life of the formulation with proper preservative. Okay, so that's how you decide on the activity of your preservative. Next, we want to talk about is your usage range, the percentage usage range that your supplier for that particular preservative have specified. You can't pass it. If you say from 1 to 2%, that means in your formulation, when you are writing or when you are picking a preservative for your formulation, you need to use within that percentage range, because if you use above, it can cause harm to people, because excess usage of preservative is not you preserving the product, it's you causing more harm to the end user of your product. Okay, that's why they always give us usage range for your product. Okay, so you want to stay within. You can't use less, because if you use lesser than the minimum required, you might not you actually didn't preserve the product, because for that preservative to begin to function, need to be within the required usage range. Okay, so that's the thing. And then next, you want to consider the pH. The pH of preservative is different from the pH of your formulation. Okay, this is how it is. For your preservative to function, your formulation need to be within, like for it to be able to preserve, your formulation to preserve, your formulation need to stay within the preservative pH. For example, let's take a preservative that is within the pH of 3 to 7, and you are formulating hair care. Okay, hair care products, they are always around 4.5 to 5.5, and our preservative is 3 to 7. This preservative is perfect for our products. Okay, it's perfect for our product. We don't have problem, we can use it, because 4.5 to 5.5 is within the range of 3 to 7 pH for that particular preservative. We don't have problem with that preservative. But in a case whereby your preservative says it can only work to pH of 4, and you want to make hair products that's pH of 4.5 to 5.5, we can see that this pH of 4 for this particular preservative is not best for our product. We can't use this particular preservative because, one, its pH is below the pH of hair that we want to meet in our product. So we can't use this particular pH and preservative, so we need to exclude it. But in terms of formulations, like maybe we are making vitamin C serum, L-ascorbic vitamin C, which is your pH should be around 3.5 to 4. We can use this type of particular preservative that has pH of 4. But if we force ourselves to use this particular preservative of pH 4 for hair products that is 4.5 to 5.5 in our formulation, then it's just in our formulation, but it's not preserving anything. It's not serving any purpose. It's not working for anything. It's just there in our formulation, dormant, useless, and wasting of products. And our product will not be preserved. So we should consider those things when we are making our product and we are selecting our preservative. The thing we need to check when we are buying our preservative is temperature. When you are buying your preservative from your supplier, you can request for additional information, okay, on this particular one. Or you check on their website, they normally write it there that this preservative work at temperature of so degree Celsius. So you need to consider that. So if your preservative says it works in temperature less than 70 degree, don't put this preservative when it's 70 degree and above. Okay, you have to wait till your temperature of your formulation goes below 70 degree and then you put. Okay, another thing is, if your preservative says heat stable, that means your preservative can work in any temperature. Okay, temperature will not affect it. Another one can say it works in less than 40 degrees Celsius temperature. You need to obey these rules, because if, for example, it works in less than 40 degrees Celsius, you go and put your preservative in 50 degree, that means the whole activity of the preservative will die, and it will become, even if you obey the pH whatsoever, it will die, because you put it at a higher temperature. That will kill the activity of the pH of the preservative, and then your preservative will be useless in your formulation. Your formulation will not be preserved. Okay, so you need to consider the temperature and additional informations that your suppliers might give you. Okay, you can consider them. Some might say it's not compatible with some of the surfactants, like anionic, non-anionic surfactants, all those things. You need to consider it, or add it in cold stage, this and that, add it to the water stage. You need to consider these things. Everything about preservative that you need to know is this. So I hope you guys will be able to apply it. Okay, and another thing is your preservative can be natural or synthetic. Okay, your preservative can be natural or synthetic. When your preservative is natural, you can use it for a non-natural product or formulation, and synthetic, same thing apply. Where you can't mix the two together or use it in the other way around is this, whereby you want to make a natural product and you want to label it natural. You can't use a synthetic preservative. You need to use a natural preservative. And then where you want to name your product synthetic, you can decide to use natural, but most of your product might probably be synthetic. But you can still use natural preservative, it doesn't matter. But when you want to label your product, for example, natural, you can use synthetic preservative and still say your product is natural. So far there's one product in your formulation that is synthetic. You can't name that product a natural product. Okay, we will still talk more about synthetic and natural product later on, or the process of which they are manufactured. They are not 100% natural anymore. Okay, and all those kind of things. We'll talk more about that in another video. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment below so that I will know where to upgrade or what kind of videos you want me to make quickly for you guys and upload for you to see. Thank you. Bye guys. Thank you.